Anyway, let's just move on from this. I just want to see his fucking activities, okay?
Devoted followers who leave their families for you, give their money to you, give their bodies to you, give up their lives for you, consider you God,
and will kill you.
Is Andrew Tate starting a cult? In my previous video, I documented his whole life story, and during that, I came across a clip that kind of shook me.
I think it's good for me to be able to say, look, I have 110,000 people who like me, who are my fans, for example, who would help me if I ever asked for it, not that I ever would, who agree with my worldviews, but they're being taken seriously because they also have financial means. If they're complete brokies, nobody gives a shit.
Wait, so isn't that what a cult is?
When you hear him say that, and then you realize he's openly supported other cult leaders like Joseph Kony.
And the reason I got this t-shirt made is because I have a lot of respect for Kony. Now I know, okay, he's a warlord, whatever. But Kony is a G.
And he has even praised the infamous German dictator.
Everything must happen instantly.
Okay,
quickly.
Patrick CC. Okay, Patrick CC. I know where you got this clip from.
Fast, speed, attack. Hitler conquered Europe with blitzkrieg. You need to go quickly.
Then you realize he now has over 130,000 people paying him every month, essentially for his advice. But above all else, he has a secret organization called the War Room, a network of members with varied
Dude, this is my favorite part, because, like, look at all these fucking top G's, bro.
He has a secret organization.
Look at all these fucking top G's, bro. Look at all these fucking top G's. The war room. What's the war? Divorce court, okay? The greatest war of all is family court, okay? That's what the real top G's get together, smoke cigars, and talk about bitches and how they stole everything from you.
Called the War Room, a network of members with varied expertise which allows them to exert influence globally. They congregate in real life with the ultimate goal of achieving.
Bruh. These are the top G's in the war room, bro. Homie, if you pay $5,000 to hang out with these fucking clowns, you deserve to be milked by this bald fuck, okay? Bro, this is just a bunch of pickup artists, like a bunch of failed pickup artists getting together and being like, yeah, we're doing war. Motherfuckers all look like Grand Theft Auto characters, dude. Are you serious? These are pickup artists. No shot. Nobody fucking dresses like this unless they're a pickup artist.
Achieving freedom in a world of slavery.
This slavery is just beginning. They are trying to reduce you to a QR code, and they are looking for people who blindly comply. This is why they make these mandates. The mandate is designed to purge the ranks of anybody who is not a slave.
This world of slavery is what he calls the Matrix, which kind of is just anyone who participates in the confines of today's society.
When I talk about the Matrix, I'm talking about the systems which have been created by society, which are deliberately designed to enslave. In this Matrix, we're used for our efforts and our energies. And you're existing inside of a system which is deliberately rigged to make the rich richer and for the poor to stay poor. The best thing to do is to understand the rules of the game and find a way to win.
So is it...
I mean, he's just describing capitalism. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind.
Andrew Tate is doing a 2022 version of convincing people to believe in his worldview and worshiping him, then funneling them into a secret group to control them even more.
Stop, dude. Oh my God. Every fucking clip I've seen of the War Room makes it look funnier and dorkier than the past one.
Worshipping him, then funneling them into a secret group to control.
Bro, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is literally like, calling this a cult is so funny. This is as dorky as a fucking D&D group, but at least like when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, like there's some fun to be had. It's just a bunch of dudes that get together, smoke cigar, and talk about women being bitches, dude. I just realized. Oh my God. Yeah, this is the r/atheism meetup, dude. Holy fuck, that's awesome. This is great. Mumford and Sons looking ass, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is great.
control them even more. Then once he has that control, well, we don't really know what he's going to do next. But he is going to do something based on what he said here.
You're trying to keep up being like as viral as you are.
Dude, I want to sign up. I want to sign up for the Top G War Room now. These guys
forever?
are...
This is stage 1 of a 3-step plan. So I'm going to be viral for a little bit longer, then step 2 begins. The conquest is continuing.
I started doing research on cults, how they form, how they operate, how do members join, then research on cult leaders. How do they act? How do they recruit? How are they successful and unsuccessful? And before I give you this example, think about Andrew, the War Room Network, and how he thinks everyone is living in the Matrix. Typically, cults start as religious groups, which slowly turn into something dark and sinister. For example, the People's Temple. Jim Jones was a Methodist preacher with a sizable congregation in Indianapolis. He began to perform faith healings. Many of his followers believed he had a supernatural gift. The church would be renamed to the People's Temple, and Jones warned his followers that he had received visions of a nuclear attack that would devastate Indianapolis. This led the church to relocating to Guyana and forming their own little town that we now know as Jonestown. In the beginning, everything seemed alright, just a group of people trying to make a community. Eventually, a US Congressman, Leo Ryan, led a fact-finding mission and went to Jonestown. While visiting, members of the People's Temple told Congressman Ryan they needed help and wanted to leave. Ryan quickly departed with 15 of those members. While boarding their plane, a truck of the cult members arrived at the airstrip and began shooting at the plane. Congressman Ryan and 4 others were killed that day. Later that same day, Jones, knowing that the US government would send the military to seize Jonestown, was quoted saying, "No way for us to die. We must die with some dignity." A drink mixture of Flavor Aid and cyanide was created and handed out to all members.
That's where the don't drink the Kool-Aid comes from, for the record.
Those who refused to drink were injected with cyanide via syringe against their will. In total, 909 inhabitants of Jonestown died that day. Cults are structured like an onion. The outer layers consist of helpful, harmless, and agreeable information. As you get closer to the center, you find more unusual and evil ideals. Andrew started to gain traction by representing the ideals of right-wing conservatives on social media in a day and age where liberal ideals dominate the mainstream. In America, it's assumed the country is about 50% Republican and 50% Democrat, but most celebrities, companies, and mainstream media outlets identify as Democratic and liberal, so there is, theoretically, a huge part of the country that is being underrepresented. That's where Andrew steps in. People latch onto him and his ideas because he says the things that generally most Republicans or conservatives agree with.
Doesn't that show how powerful the people behind all this shit are?
Yeah.
Do you know? Like, you've got Trump who doesn't give a shit.
It's a big fight we have ahead of us.
You know?
Yeah.
And you've got the best soldier you could have as a president, and he's still struggling to get the wall built. He's still struggling. Still people, conservatives are being censored on social media.
This is the outer layer of the cult onion. The second layer of the onion would be more of his controversial takes that divide people. The things he says or does where even his own followers might disagree. To get to the more shady and evil layers, if there are any, you would probably have to join the war room. He's extremely vague.
Dude, I love this. Where are these photos coming from? There's more. I need more. I need more of the war room footage. The more I see the war room, the more I like it, dude. This is awesome.
With what the war room really is.
Especially this fucking guy. What's up with this fucking guy? What's going on with this fucking dude, bro? He is always rocking the weirdest shit, homie.
He's extremely vague with what the war room really is.
Like, why are you peacocking so hard? You want to fuck these dudes? Like, what's happening? Like, you peacock when you want to fuck them, right? Like, you peacock when you go to the bar or whatever. That's what the POA guys say. You got to peacock because you want to stand out from the crowd. You want to be a top G. RP lobby? Yeah, no, it literally looks like a RP lobby.
The war room is a private network. That's the most I can say. Kind of imagine the Freemasons of old.
What we do know is that the war room is like the Freemasons, which some consider to be a cult. We know it's a secret organization. We know that members have to pay to be in it, as well as compete to prove their value to the organization. We know that people join because they fear being stuck in the Matrix, and the war room will be able to protect them. We know they meet in real life. We only know 3 members of the war room. Tristan Tate, this author.
The Talisman. Bobby Dino. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Bro, this guy's name is Bobby Dino. Hold this L, bro. If you join a fucking group where one of the dudes' name is Bobby Dino, oh, that's a permanent L. I love this. Oh, this is so good.
And this guy, Iggy, who is the master of spells.
Stop. Stop. Yo! Bro, come on, dude. Bro, they got a mage in the lobby. Let's go. Yo, dude. Look at that shirt. Look at his shirt. I got too caught up on the fact that he's a mage that we are not looking at his V-neck shirt. That is the, oh my God, that has to be the least comfortable shirt in existence. What the fuck? He's the greatest hypnotist the world has ever known. The war room of Top G Andrew Tate, a cult of manly men who smoke cigars and brag. Gandalf the PUA? Yeah, instead of Gandalf the Grey, he's Gandalf the PUA.
And shadows. According to his Twitter,
I'm in the second tweet. Wait, what? This Hasanabi guy made a video called Great Emery Tate Andrew's father a dickhead. He crossed the limit. You never speak bad about the dead. He should be destroyed. Spoke to the Tates and we solved the issue. Haram is a tool of the Matrix, one of their Agent Smith butt pimples. Wait, is he calling me Haram instead of Hasan? The G's of the war room long ago mastered the art and science of absorbing the energy of Haram by refusing to think about him as he rants and spurgs and rees about Tate delicious. What? Bro, have I been... Is this guy gonna cast a spell on me? What the fuck? The Redditor, he says shit like douche canoe and shit waffle. L. They talked about me in the war room. Oh no, dude. This guy's gonna fucking cast a spell on my ass. That's not good.
Twitter account, he is the greatest hypnotist the world has ever known. Every other member of the war room we can assume is just looked at as a number based on this video. So I want you to consider all of that while watching this video.
Don't you want to become a cult leader?
I'm gonna be honest with you. This suggests he left. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest with you boys. I feel like the idea that we were going to ever have a second Andrew Tate debate is becoming less likely, considering that this guy just said that you know, they talked about me in the war room and said that they're not gonna fucking... They mastered the art and science of absorbing the energy of Haram by refusing to think about him as he rants and spurgs and rees about Tate. Kind of feels like they had a meetup of the minds. They had a meeting of the minds and decided they should just not talk to me and instead cast spells from afar, like pew pew. But it is pretty funny that they had a meeting.
Since the death of God, there's been a vacancy open. You could fill that void. Here's how. Establish front groups.
We're a Bible study group.
We're a management course. We're a meditation center.
Hustlers University.
Promise to fulfill their dreams.
We have the secrets to sell them.
Dude, his goal? Why does he keep calling me Haram? The Top G was never there for the Nelk boys. Just as he was never there for Dave Portnoy, XQ Haram, Clicks, or pink-haired Tommy. He is there for you. It's not your job to awaken all sheep. It's your job to awaken all the sleeping lions. Bro, this is like... Wait, why does he call me Haram? Bruh, time-stamped?
Tonight we feast, my brothers. The best juicy steaks. The sweetest wines, the strongest whiskey, the smoothest cigars. We laugh, we sing. For tomorrow we climb higher. We lift heavier. We train harder than we ever have before. We are the war room of Wudan. To Wudan.
To Wudan. To Andrew Tate. To Andrew Tate. Bro, what? This is a cult. What the fuck? Wait, that's crazy. I thought it was like a joke. I thought this was like some basic multi-level. I mean, I think they're like basically LARPing as a cult. They're not actually a cult, but what's the difference at that point? You know what I mean? What the fuck? Bro, divorce court really breaks men, okay? I mean, straight up. Let's not even joke about this anymore. Divorce court really fucking breaks men. Talks about you directly. Which was supposed to be Hasan's bailiwick. What the fuck is that? Where he would gain influence for the commie left. Tate walks in and takes over the place in days. Of course, Hasan's scared and attacking with lame, boring bullshit no one cares about. He has no choice. He can't debate. What the fuck? The reply, he replies like a 10-year-old. Yeah, I think he might be like stunted a little bit. We're a secret society, you know, like the Illuminati and the Templars. So we've got to keep it like secret. Shush. What the fuck?
Improvement. Join our elite mission.
You cannot stop me. I'm that guy. You need my help. You have two choices. You either sell your soul to Tate and say, I accept Tate is all-knowing. I will listen to you inside of Hustlers University. Please save me.
Offer them something free and get them to feel obliged to give you something in return.
And welcome to the Hustlers University 2.0 webinar. Free presentation.
Gradually, over time, you'll begin to shape the recruit's behavior by granting or withholding this love and attention. After they've bonded, slowly start making your demands upon them. The message being,
Nothing in this world has value unless it relates to the leader.
If you have less money than me, even by a single cent, you're a fucking brokey, a wagey, a peon.
Now I wish you knew all this the first time you spoke to Tate. Yeah, what the fuck?
Nobody.
Control their...
Bro, everything I learn about this dude, like all the other operations from his like failed rap song, album, whatever the fuck, all the way down to like... all the way down to this like secret like D&D club that they got going on is hilarious. It gets like funnier and funnier.
Behavior. Come live with us.
I have to pay. Where are these clothes?
Eat this food.
Why drink Coke? Why the would you spend £3 on a Coke when you can have an orange juice, a coffee, and a water?
One of the most important ways to discover if someone's a dickhead or not is if they wear a smartwatch.
But male haircuts are probably the epitome, the top of the mountains of pointless shit men do. I want to be like him. Let me ask you a question. Do you eat salt and pepper? Or do you only eat salt?
Prescribe a rigid schedule.
You don't have fire blood. You don't wake up to go piss at 3:32 a.m. and go, I'm not going back to sleep because I want to make some fucking money. So you're all lazy.
Control their thoughts.
Our ideology answers all questions to all problems.
If I talk about something, I know exactly what I'm talking about all of the time. There are still idiots out there who go, I don't know if I can trust you.
Control their emotions. Induce guilt.
And here I am showing you how war room members live their lives. And you're not thinking, I need to get in that room. I don't know what you're thinking. You're probably not thinking at all. And instead, you're going to sit at home, make some excuse for why you're not in the war room, why you're not part of our network.
And fear.
I think you need to be sitting here panicking at the fact that you don't have enough money. You need to be concerned and worried and sad, and you need to do something about it today.
Control information. Keep them from knowing all the workings of the cult.
War Room is a private network. That's the most I can say. Kind of imagine the Freemasons of old. The War Room is the most powerful network on the face of the planet today.
Tell them that there is a part of their mind they must eliminate in order to find happiness.
No one cares about how depressed you are. No one gives a shit. You motherfuckers who aren't happy need to learn to be grateful.
Claim authority. It can come from a divine source.
Thank you, Meat Prison, for the 20 gifted.
Not only am I a better specimen of man, I am actually fulfilled with divine purpose. I'm one of God's favorites.
Bogus scientific research or special knowledge.
I've analyzed the entire Earth and realized all of the world's problems. I'm about to tell you the root cause of every single problem in the...
Wait, Meat Prison? Wait a minute. Is that, did you get the bag, Meat Prison? Is that what happened? God damn. Good for you.
Make up stories about yourself to boost your importance.
I say with 1,000% confidence, I don't know any other motherfucker alive who could have done what I did yesterday.
Encourage separation from their family.
With a bunch of other insignificant losers. Think about it. Your dad's a fucking bitch, mom's stupid, sister, brother, whoever. Losers. Your aunt, that favorite aunt, dumb as fuck. If they die, no.
I don't know why this footage is like, it seems so cozy. It just like weirdly spoke to me for a second. Like it's just like he's in his jammies.
Nobody would care.
Like what he's saying is awful, but
Have confessionals where people demonize their early lives and only praise their life in the group.
So I felt very alone, particularly before I joined the War Room. I always say time and blood.
Why are these guys always bleeding? Like, are they just like constantly punching each other? What the fuck is wrong with them? I've never seen so many adults constantly with like black eyes and like their fucking hands are all busted. They all right, dude?
I want to know, do our souls align? I need to find people that believe things that I believe, that want the same things that I want. You need to find a group of people that...
Dude, I love that. Homie, you're just, you know, you got a little D&D meetup. Like, you don't have to be so intense about it. You know what I mean?
Can support you inside a tribe that's strong enough to have your back all the way around. And that is the number one reason you should make the investment to join the War Room.
But don't be stupid about it. Start slowly. A good con man takes a little bit of truth and a lot of lies and pulls the wool over the eyes of the ignorant.
Bro will be out here describing fucking making friendships as an adult, but that's gay if you talk about it like that on terms like, yeah, you know, go out there and make meaningful relationships. So you got to be like, it's blood and soil. Right now, I'm a warrior and I need other Vikings to fight alongside me as I rape and pillage. It's like, bro, you just want friends. It's cool. Like, it doesn't. Everybody wants friends, right? It's like, no, I'm trying to find my tribe, dude. It's right.
This is stage one of a 3-step plan. So I'm going to be viral for a little bit longer, then step 2 begins. The conquest is continuing.
All right, let's see what Coffee Zilla had to say about his
Hustler University, also known as Hustlerversity by those of us with the grind set. It was created by this guy.
I'm Top G.
You think you're smart? I bought this coin and it's going up. You could have bought any coin and it went up in the last year. The matrix was broken.
Hustlers University is the greatest thing that exists on the face of the planet for people who are trying to escape the matrix. Become Hustlers University. Welcome to the metaverse. Inject it into your brain. You can skip university, you can buy my program, and I guarantee you will know everything you need to know. Have you ever seen a college professor with an X53 and a McLaren and a Lambo and an Aston Martin standing next to a Porsche? No, you've never seen any of this. I know how to make...
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Hold
an
up.
Aston Martin standing next to a Porsche. No, you never...
Is it Carrera? I was going to say, for a second, I was like, is that a Taycan? Chill, bro.
Never seen any of this. I know how to...
By the way, this is straight up Ty Lopez shit. Like, Ty Lopez is the exact same shit. Oh, look at all my material positions. Like, look, I'm fucking killing it.
Make cash.
Now, if you're wondering why I'm enrolling in a college that looks like it was started by the son of Mr. Worldwide, it's actually quite simple. Hustleversity was started by
It's not a Taycan. It's a Tate can. It's a can of Tate.
Tate, a guy that basically no one knew about until 6 months ago and is now somehow more searched than Mr. Beast, Kanye West, or most shocking of all, even the Island Boys, who I thought would have a career forever. But such are the tides of fame, I suppose. And I guess the real question is, how did this happen and why? Well, Andrew attributes his meteoric success to a change in business strategy.
I put together a particular strategy about 6 months ago because I decided to step up my overall exposure because of a new product I launched. I run an online school that teaches people how to make money online. I changed my approach towards social media, and I ended up absolutely everywhere.
Now, if you're wondering what business strategy that is, or even what business this guy's in, turns out he's one of these male success gurus who will be your surrogate father essentially for a fee. And the program he runs is called Hustleversity, where he teaches you how to make fast money if you'll only pay $50 a month. And one of these fast money methods turns out to be selling Hustleversity to new people by posting clips of him, Andrew Tate. And because of this, it kind of created this pyramid scheme where there was a flood of TikTok videos and biased reviews saying that Andrew Tate is the one true savior that will save you from poverty. He's basically Morpheus from the Matrix, and that's not even me calling him that. He calls himself that.
I get called Morpheus a lot.
We are living inside of the Matrix.
No, his money is not from his fighting career. Even fucking Andrew Tate openly admits that the fighting doesn't get you paid at all. Even the top dogs barely make a fucking living. No, most of his money comes from scamming motherfuckers, whether it's his webcam business where he like literally milked sad, pathetic fucking dudes on the internet, or just straight up fucking, again, scamming sad, pathetic dudes into thinking that they're gonna, become rich real quick.
And I am Morpheus.
He says he wants to wake you from your mental prisons, all by selling you a program that sounds like what high school dropouts used to put as their education status on Facebook. Attended the School of Hard Knocks and graduated Hustleversity with a PhD. Wait, you're a doctor? No, that's the pimping hose degree, which is something, by the way, I didn't make up. It's a course that Andrew Tate himself sells. But I don't think you want to take advice from someone who's in the middle of a human investigation. And that's not even to mention accusations of beating women, or him allegedly admitting that one of his businesses was, quote, a total scam. But none of this has stopped over.
Yeah, this one, 2 birds are rigging millions from webcam sites where men hand over a fortune as they fall for models' fake sob stories. Callis Tristan and Andrew Tate admit their business is a total scam, but said the authorities cannot stop them. They claim to run a studio where 75 lingerie-clad models take calls from fans, paying $4 a minute.
Admitting that one of his businesses was, quote, a total scam. But none of this has stopped over 100,000 people from signing up for Hustleversity, which at $50.
I don't believe that, by the way. I think he says it's 110,000, but I'm willing to bet that the real number is much smaller. He's probably got a bunch of fucking bots running in there. No fucking shot is there 110,000 people paying $50 a month to be inside of that Discord. Like I could see him straight up getting like fucking 5K, maybe 10K. Like actually 10K. We're talking about $50 a month. That's a lot of fucking money. No fucking shot is there 100,000 people that are paying, actually 100,000 people that are paying fucking $50 a month. Because remember, Coscord has 100,000 members. And we have around like 30,000 active members usually, okay? So Hoscord, in and of itself, like my Discord, has like 100,000 members in it, okay? But there's only like around 30,000 active members at any given moment, or sometimes even less than that. And what you need to understand about that is that if you pay for $5, okay, you can at least get like the pink slip in the Discord. Okay, you can also avoid the top of the hour ad break. Right? But that's not $50 fucking dollars. I got 55,000 fucking paying subs in here. Okay? But that's $5 a month or free with a Twitch Prime. And you get to avoid the fucking top of the hour ad breaks. Thank you, Aisha Esquire. The 5 gifted subs allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads as well. So, listen. That's a lot of fucking cookies. Here's the one ad right now. That's a lot of cookies $50 a month, that's a lot of money for not necessarily a lot of additional things, benefits that you're getting. Matt, NLT, thank you for the 5 get the subs.
$5 a month nets him $5 million a month, despite it being a repackaged version of the same male guru grift that we've seen over 100 times, like Tom Vu, John Crestani, Dan Locke, Grant Cardone. Need I go on? What's the difference with Tate?
Misogyny. That's it. Misogyny.
Despite his alleged criminality, toxicity, psychopathy, Andrew does have one undeniable skill that seems to be responsible for most or all of his success so far. He's just really entertaining.
I hate everyone equally. Don't come at me and call me sexist or racist or any of these things. I hate everyone. I don't care if you're black, white, straight, gay, man, and woman. I hate you anyway. I do know how to administer CPR. However, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. If you're some fat dude and you just had a heart attack and I don't really know you.
Is that a lady billing you and you back and rearrange your bones? Why is it being massaging for a full hour straight, bro?
I have a lot of muscle. It's painful to carry it around. It's a 2-hour massage.
You see, guys, modern influencers are slowly learning that we live in a post-consequence world, with people like Jake Paul running around just serially scamming people and nothing happening to them. People are starting to realize that the only real currency is attention. Like, the worst thing that's going to happen to you is not that you go to jail. The worst thing that's going to happen to you is you become irrelevant. And this is what separates Andrew Tate from a lot of the fake gurus I've covered in the past and makes him much more effective and maybe dangerous at what he does. And in that way, he's got more in common with someone like Alex Jones.
We're gonna beat your ass! You just get that through your stinking traitorous heads!
Than he does with someone like Dan Locke or Grant Cardone. Both Jones and Tate operate sort of on this playbook where entertainment is king. They say a bunch of outlandish statements that builds attention, and then once they're the crazy guy, all they have to do is say a few basic things that everyone agrees with, and then their audience suddenly thinks they're a genius.
For the record, you can't do this with like leftist takes. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's like you said like America deserved 9/11 or whatever, but that's not the reason why I'm successful. There are plenty way fucking crazier dudes out there than me that fucking claim to be leftist and say the way more outlandish shit, okay? You can only do that with reactionary content, okay? You can only do that if you are popping off with reactionary bullshit, okay? That's it. You can't do it with like, you can't do that while being a leftist.
I mean, everyone has seen this with Alex Jones, right? You have modern philosopher Joe Rogan seemingly saying that he predicts everything.
Alex is right about far more than he's wrong.
When in reality, Alex Jones is predicting everything sort of all the time. So of course he's going to be right some of the time. And it's sort of the same with Tate. He says so much. Like in one segment, he'll say something outlandish like men should be able to cheat on women, but it doesn't work the other way around because that's disgusting.
Let's not pretend that male loyalty and female loyalty are the same thing.
But loyalty is loyalty.
No, but they're not the same thing, are they? However, I would not see my infidelity as nearly anywhere near even 1% as disgusting as female infidelity.
And he knows that's going to get him clicks and piss people off. But then we'll say in a segment right after, oh, I believe in true love between a man and a woman. I believe there should be more love.
I think relationships are...
Wait, I've said this too? Wait, I've said what? That men and women's infidelity is entirely different? Like, is that what I... No. Or do you mean like...
Beautiful thing. I think that the synergy between men and women are a beautiful thing if they are correctly collaborated. I think that that's what makes society function. I think that's what makes the world function. I think that men and women falling in love and having children and having families are very, very beautiful things.
Well, who doesn't agree with that? And he'll talk to like men's issues. He'll talk about how lonely men are.
Most men are absolutely and utterly invisible. This is the truth about masculinity, right? It's very easy for women to sit here and complain about the top 2% of men because I dealt with this guy, he's arrogant, blah, 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 blah. Most men don't even fucking exist. They send 10,000 DMs and never even get read, let alone...
You need a psycho leftist counter this bullshit be a gateway for people? No, but I do think that, I mean, that's what I do. That's what I've been doing for many years is like, I don't always do just expressly political content. And the reason for why is because I want, well, one, because it's fucking boring. I would, die if I just exclusively talked about politics all the fucking time. I know some of you want me to do that because you're deranged, but it's better to just like cut that shit out every now and then. But two, I think that it's not about like having deranged content, but at least like collaborating with other content creators, covering a fucking large array of issues. And also on top of that, internet drama, playing video games, collaborating with other content creators. And also, I do chat advice and things like that. But I also want to make sure that like, there is a positive fucking person out there on the left. My goal is to normalize leftist ideas, but also to be like be a decent role model for people. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect, but obviously I'm not perfect. Okay, I have a lot of flaws, but I want to make sure that people better themselves. I do want that to happen. I want people to be more confident. I want people to work out. These are things I do believe in. I think these are like it shouldn't be rare. Like, these ideas should not be rare. People shouldn't be like, wow, this guy's preaching fucking truth when he says pretty basic, almost dumb shit, right? And not only that, but also, I don't think that this kind of like self-help for dudes should not exclusively be occupied by right-wing reactionary shitheads like this fucking guy who's not giving good advice, but instead trafficking like some decent points that are already like super cliche to feed a sea of just like awful advice about the way women are, the bitches.
Applied to.
And so this makes it so that the many people who are trying to say, Andrew's just crazy, they don't see the full con that he's running, because the crazy is only half of the game. Because eventually people hear the other half, the basic stuff that's obvious, and go, well, he's not totally crazy. And people just eventually kind of go down the Tate rabbit hole where they think, maybe I can leave the Matrix and get girls, jets, and Bugattis. Maybe I just need to become financially free. How do I do it? Who's looking out for me? And that's where Hustleversity enters the picture. And look, I know we just covered a lot, right? But to understand this next part, to understand Hustleversity, it requires a deep...
What's the point of being a nice leftist? You can't turn people into leftists? Being aggressive is good to make them feel bad about their shit takes? What? That is a shit take. What do you mean you can't turn people into leftists? Is that bait? Are you like a right winger who wants to fucking say like, no, being a leftist is all about like fucking pushing people away?
Understanding of Andrew Tate's appeal. So we can see why Hustleversity is on the one hand so popular, despite being so bad. Because otherwise, this whole video is anticlimactic and confusing. Because when I first joined Hustleversity, I thought it's gotta be different, right? To have this many people paying every month, they have to have things that you just can't learn for free, right? Wrong. Once again, I'm disappointed because I joined this month and have been going through the classes, which is basically all of the same boring topics all of these guys teach about making money. It's all the most surface level stuff. He assigns a so-called professor to each skill, and all of this takes...
Isn't that funny when these motherfuckers are like, college is boring, it's stupid, and then they make fake college that literally is even less credentialed than the real college that you're calling boring and stupid. Ironically, creating a fucking college that is even worse than real college. That's awesome. It's like, it's Discord University.
Place inside of Discord servers. And so in these chat rooms where your instructors have a fraction of the charisma of Tate, you're supposed to commit yourself to these skill sets, which are super surface level because, of course, this all appeals to the lowest common denominator men who think answers can come from TikTok videos. And this is where it starts to hit you as you're scrolling through Discord threads that this kind of was all a big bait and switch. I mean, think about it. You've been told you're gonna escape the Matrix. You're gonna take the red pill. But what you end up doing in this course is sort of learning how to run an Amazon side hustle for Jeff Bezos. Like, no offense, you're not breaking the Matrix. You work for the richest guy in the world. Like, imagine Morpheus gives Neo the red pill and says, hey, have you ever day traded before? It doesn't stop there either. Like, you've been told you're going to be rich, right?
Guarantee you will make money with this system. Hold on tight. We're about to get rich.
But Hustlers University sort of changes the rules and definitions once you're inside. Like they have this cash quadrant of time and cash where you're either time poor or cash poor, time rich, cash poor, cash rich, time poor. You get the idea. And what they define cash rich as is very telling. They define it as having $5,000, which by that definition, guys, I'm proud to say I'm cash rich. Now, guys, look, having $5,000 is great, but you ain't rich, right? The lifestyle we've been sold on here is exotic Bugattis.
I wonder why. I wonder why $5,000 is considered cash rich for Bugatti Boys Hustlers University. I wonder.
Not extra Starbucks biscottis. I mean, am I crazy here? Like, I feel like most people who joined...
A lot of people don't have 5K though. Yes, I know. But like, what he's talking about is fucking day trading and... Stole the income quadrant idea from Robert Kiyosaki. The reason why it's not like 10K, 20K, 30K, like actual capital, is because his goal is not to like make people rich or anything like that. Yeah, see, day trading is not really gambling if you know what to look for. Yeah, you're right, brother. You're so right. Let me guess. This is a Andrew Tate fan, right? Politics is boring. It's boring. Brokey, wagey, peon, keckle. No, I watched the stock guy. Okay, cool. I wonder what the stock guy thinks about all this.
This Discord want olive Lamborghinis, and they're sort of getting Olive Garden fettuccine. And this weird disconnect is everywhere, where Andrew Tate is practically screaming how great Hustlers University is on the one hand.
Hustlers University is the greatest thing that exists on the face of the planet for people who are trying to escape the matrix.
And yet, if you look at their own success screenshots that they provide, their students are getting at best like very part-time income. Like there's screenshots of $400 a month, maybe $2,000 a month. And those are the examples they chose, which I'm not knocking the people who are doing this, like good for them. But unless you consider being cash rich, having $5,000 total in your bank account, then this course doesn't seem to be getting people rich. It just teaches lost guys extremely...
Can you buy a Bugatti if you want to? Bitch, if I bought a Bugatti, some anarchist would assassinate me. Okay? If I went and I bought a fucking Bugatti, I went and bought an electric car and motherfuckers canceled me because they were like, he bought a gas guzzler. If I went and I bought a Bugatti, which is the most idiotic thing I could ever do. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? I don't even drive that much. If I went and I bought a fucking Bugatti, literally some Twitter anarchist would fucking come to my house and stab me to death. Okay? Straight up. The stock guy. Who the fuck is Andrew Tate? Oh, stock guy. There's a lot. I don't even know where to begin.
Basic skills that are free to learn, but charges them $50 a month for it so they can feel like they're escaping the matrix by working for Jeff Bezos. And this all brings us kind of back to the real reason for the success of Hustlers University, which is, of course, Tate himself. But the irony is that once you join the university, you barely see Tate at all. He claims to be teaching the secrets to modern wealth creation, but the reality is, from what I saw, he was too busy marketing to actually be present in the Discord. And instead, you just had all these random people teaching you like e-commerce or freelancing or copywriting and investing. And this is kind of one of the reasons that I struggled to get good screenshots to show you guys from inside the course, because it was so boring and bland. And that's why I decided to finally cancel my plans to become cash rich. And that's when I found out about the last trick Tate uses to get you to stay.
Anyone who messes this up, annoys a professor, doesn't renew their subscription, their card can't.
No actual leftist with a social media account is worth listening to. Live is better, says Chomsky Lives. I agree.
Souls, anything stupid, then you're going to regret it for a very long time because there's simply nowhere else to go.
That's right. They tell you there's nowhere else to go besides Hustlers University. This is the only place where you're going to learn not to be broke. And even the people who want to be part of it and simply don't have the money, Tate has told them that there's no second chances. They're going to go back in the Matrix if they miss.
True story. I joined a free Discord called Atlas Trading. PJ Matlock and Zach Morris on Twitter are founders. Huge followings. It's all pump and dumps. They front load and then tell members to buy. It's going to the moon. They hide behind it's free and for education, but it has 400,000 members and just another pump and dump scheme like this. This guy, I don't even think this guy has the decency to do a pump and dump. I think it's more so like, I think this is just literally basic MLM. Don't get anything out of it. He just has like a bunch of fucking dildos being like, yeah, these are the picks of the day. Or here's a modern wealth creation method in the form, it's called drop shipping. Or here's a crypto rug pull, all that sort of thing.
A single payment.
I had to unsubscribe to get my mother a birthday present, but I resubscribed the next month. I don't believe that. I don't believe you. And I also think if you were a member of Hustlers University for a month and you didn't make enough money to buy your mother a birthday present, you fucked up. So you're probably going to end up kicked out.
Like their two responses are, that's not true. And even if it is, it's your fault anyways, which I find amazing. It couldn't be the program, right, guys? And you have to understand that for the people actually in the course, they're like deathly afraid of missing a payment because they've been told that if they do, guess where they're going? That's right, straight back in the Matrix. In jail, they call it.
And you'll see we have people in jail. So people who don't renew, we don't kick you out. We put you in the jail and you sit there in your cell and you have no access to the money-making information. And we just flood you with all the endless wins. Every time someone wins, we show you.
I mean, Andrew Tate hasn't reinvented anything. He's just doing it more successfully than a lot of fake gurus have in a while. But the result is the same as ever, where the real person getting rich, truly rich, is Andrew Tate.
You're broke! You're f***ing poor!
I mean, that's true. That is what he's doing. What is this? Mr. Beast video releases today after stream, 6 p.m.? What the fuck is this Mr. Beast video? What's preventing governments from prohibiting Tate-like businesses with structures that are blatantly scams like network marketing? Why the fuck would they ever do that? Because of your shout out, I just joined this Discord University, leftism Q&A, intersectionality Q&A, book club, and history. That's boring! Which fucking Discord server has boring things like that? You're fucking boring!